Hello, welcome to the Daily English News program on Azərbaycan Televiziya with the most important events of the day. President İlham received Parliamentary Under Secretary of State at the Foreign Commonwealth and the Wellbeing Office, Minister of State for Europe and North America of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Leo Doherty.
The head of state noted that Leo Doherty's visit to Azerbaijan provided a good opportunity for discussing bilateral and regional agenda. Saying that Azerbaijan is a beautiful country, Leo Doherty expressed satisfaction with his visit. He underlined that the rich history of bilateral relations between the two countries is a source of pride. Leo Doherty said that UK welcomes any efforts that contribute to ensuring regional peace and stability, adding they are proud of very important political, economic, trade and energy ties which had existed for many years with Azerbaijan. Leo Doherty underscored that Azerbaijan is not only an important energy supplier, but also a key responsible country in the South Caucasus, saying there would have not been peace and security without Azerbaijan. President İlham pointed out that bilateral economic relations had begun in the energy sector and highlighted years-long effective cooperation with BP based on mutual trust. The head of state described the investments made in Azerbaijan as a sign of confidence in the country. President İlham said that BP starting its operation in Azerbaijan many years ago had played an important role in the economic development and implementation of investment projects in the country. The head of state noted that Azerbaijan BP cooperation had currently ushered in a new stage in the field of renewable energy, describing this as a very good example for the region. The president of Azerbaijan hailed the high-level UK-Azerbaijan political relations and reiterated the importance of Leo Doherty's visit in terms of exchanging views on the development of relations between the two countries. The head of state emphasized that the anti-terror measures resulted in Azerbaijan fully restoring its sovereignty, saying that there are no longer any obstacles to signing a peace agreement between Azerbaijan and Armenia. President İlham underlined that Azerbaijan favors the regional peace agenda and stands ready for a dialogue with Armenia for a peace agreement and normalization of relations between the two countries. Minister of State for Europe and North America of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Leo Doherty, expressed his country's readiness to lend support to this process.
The head of our state received Secretary General of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Hussein Brahim Taha. The head of state noted the importance of the participation of the Secretary General of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in the UN Special Program for the Economies of Central Asia and was pleased to recall his previous meetings with Hussein Brahim Taha. President İlham once again expressed his gratitude to the Organization of the Islamic Cooperation for its support of the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Azerbaijan and to the member states of the Organization for the Islamic Solidarity, emphasizing that Azerbaijan fully restored its sovereignty 2 months ago. Our head of state noted that the Karabakh conflict has already been consigned to history. Stressing that Azerbaijan has always been committed to the principle of Islamic solidarity, President İlham noted that our country supports the activities of the organization, including voluntary financial donations to it. At the same time, the head of state said that Azerbaijan has successfully chaired the non-aligned movement for 4 years and informed about activities carried out within the framework of the organization during our country's chairmanship. President İlham noted that within the framework of Azerbaijan's chairmanship of the non-aligned movement, prestigious events dedicated to the theme of decolonization are being held in Baku, and our country has supported this process. The Secretary General of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation expressed his gratitude for the kind words and congratulated Azerbaijan on ensuring its sovereignty and territorial integrity, as well as on the restoration and construction works carried out in Karabakh. The Secretary General highly appreciated the support of the activities of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, the voluntary financial contributions of Azerbaijan, and noted that this is important for the organization. Hussein Brahim Taha personally thanked President İlham for the reception, for the regular holding of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation events in Azerbaijan, and for the financial support of our country. The meeting noted the importance of the events held in Azerbaijan within the framework of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, including the 5th Conference of Labor Ministers of the member countries of the organization and the establishment of the Labor Center of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Baku. President İlham participated in the opening of an exhibition called SPEC Countries Exhibition Regional Cooperation for Sustainable Development, held on Azerbaijan Special Initiative at the Baku Expo Center as part of the UN Special Program for the Economies of Central Asia SPEC Week.
The member states of the program are Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Afghanistan. The purpose of the program is to support the development of cooperation between member states and integration into the world economy. Minister of Economy Mikhail Japarov informed the head of state of the exhibition dedicated to the topic SPEC Countries Exhibition, Regional Cooperation for Sustainable Development. The exhibition is held with the initiative of Azerbaijan. President İlham officially opened the exhibition by unveiling the value that unites us installation prepared by Azərbaycan Open Stock Company. The exhibition presents exhibits and product samples of 15 state entities and 16 private companies. Products of 33 companies are displayed in the Made in Azerbaijan section. The stands of all countries were prepared in a uniform design. Along with the country stands, a separate stand reflecting the cooperation relations of SPEC countries was installed in the center of the exhibition pavilion. Minister of Defense Industry Vügar Mustafayev informed the head of state that in Defense Industry Corner about 88 nominations of defense products including various types of firearms, close-range combat vehicles, mortars, ammunition of various calibers, unmanned aerial vehicles and etc. produced in the ministry's enterprises. Unlike previous exhibitions, for the first time newly developed AH-12.7 large caliber machine gun is displayed here. Azerbaijan national stand covers topics such as Heydar Aliyev 100 years, economic development, industry, agriculture, digital development and innovations, transport infrastructure and transit, energy, defense industry, tourism, restoration and development of territories liberated from the occupation. The economic development block features the rich economic resources of our country, the sustainable and inclusive development model, the works done in the direction of the development of the digital economy, and information on economic and trade relations. The block also provides information along with the factors that determine sustainable macroeconomic stability, the investments attracted to the country, state support mechanisms, and realized state programs. As can be seen from the stand, GDP production in our country increased 4 times from $6.2 billion in 2002 to $78.7 billion. The revenues of the state budget increased more than 20 times from $0.9 billion in 2002 to $18.1 billion. The industrial block features the achievements as a result of the successful industrialization policy carried out in the country, rich raw materials resources, raising the competitiveness of industrial production, directions of industrial development, as well as industrial parks and neighborhoods, dynamic development of non-oil industry. As indicated, 4,095 industrial enterprises were established in the country in 2002-2023, whereas the production volume in the industry was $1.6 billion in 2002. In 2022, this number reached $10.4 billion. SPEC country stands showcase products produced in the member countries. The purpose of the exhibition held in the 25th year of SPEC's establishment is to demonstrate the economic potential of participating countries, discuss mutually beneficial partnership opportunities, and strengthen regional economic cooperation among member states. It should be noted that Central Asia and Azerbaijan are a single historical, cultural, and geographical region of strategic importance in world politics with the economy, demography, and geopolitical potential. In recent times, the mutual visits of the heads of state promote the development of economic cooperation between the countries in a bilateral format. At the same time, the growing influence of Central Asia and Azerbaijan in the international arena necessitates close cooperation between our countries. In this regard, activity within SPEC creates a fertile ground for the development of multilateral cooperation. Additionally, an open-air exhibition area has been set aside for the presentation of vehicles and other heavy equipment by the participating countries. Various vehicles produced by the member states are displayed here. At the end of the exhibition, it is envisaged to hold a business forum for entrepreneurs.
The opening of the Labor Center of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation took place in Baku. Azerbaijan will finance the center's activities for the first 3 years. Our country has also been entrusted with the presidency of the General Assembly of the Labor Center.
The primary focus of the Labor Center of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation is to enhance collaboration among member nations in the fields of employment, human capital development, labor and social protection. The creation of the OIC Labor Center was initiated by President Ilham in 2013 and was unanimously endorsed by the member countries of the organization. Azerbaijan has made significant strides in the field of labor and employment. Social reforms have been implemented for over 4 years, benefiting more than 4 million people. These reforms will be upheld and further developed in the years to come. The establishment of the new institution will facilitate enhanced connections between member nations of the organization. It is vital to examine prosperous practices that receive international acclamation. At the preliminary meeting for the ministerial session of the conference, Azerbaijan was assigned the chairmanship of the General Assembly of the OIC Labor Center, and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was elected as a deputy.
Recently, the United States has been on a crusade against Azerbaijan. Now, cement power, who is known all over the world for behaving like an Armenian, more than an Armenian, has shown special zeal, the Western Azerbaijan community said in a statement. It is disgusting that an official of a country that massacres Native Americans and is not ashamed of it now comes and accuses Azerbaijan of forced relocation. We asked Mrs. Power, who said that the USA stands with the ethnic Armenians of Karabakh. When will you stand with the Azerbaijanis who have been deported from Armenia? When will you express your concern about the fate of 4,000 missing Azerbaijanis? We do not need lectures from you and the USA, the organization which has the word aid in its name but is involved in destructive activities in various countries, the community said. You can get in touch with us by contacting AzTV hotline number 051-511-1956, through which you can report events you encounter as well as share your suggestions and remarks. You can also contact us via our WhatsApp and Telegram accounts. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.